1.2 million. That is the number of NGOs all around the world. In Nigeria alone, we have about 46,000. My name is Esther Tokunotipa, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Charity. On today's episode, we have the beautiful, amazing Ambassador Mrs. Anoze Ogozi Peters. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You look lovely today.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go into it. Now, last episode, we were speaking about basically introducing Let's Talk Charity to the world.
Yes.
But we want to break it down so that our viewers literally understand what the show is about. So in this episode, we're going in depth into what we will actually be doing on Let's Talk Charity. Ma, as the visionary of Let's Talk Charity, what does charity mean to you?
Well, that's a very big, beautiful, and lovable question for me at all times, because I think a part of me is charity. Now, charity basically is an act of kindness, that beautiful act of kindness that you show to someone that you don't expect anything in return. Charity is also an act of providing aid. Charity is a voluntary act. You're not forced, you're not pushed into it. It's something that comes out from your inside. Charity is after God's heart. Charity is in Matthew 25, verse 35, Matthew 25, verse 40, Isaiah 58, verse 10, Romans 12, verse 10, and Luke 11, 41. Most importantly, it's a selfless act. Now, when was the last time, like I used to tell people smiles on people's faces? Has anybody walked up to you and say, you are the reason I'm smiling? You're the reason I've not been evicted from my house. One singular act of kindness. When was the last time you spoke to someone? When was the last time you showed love and kindness? Charity is just beyond definition for me. Charity is to the world.
I sense your passion when you talk about charity. Now, we've noticed that, like I said earlier on, there are over 46,000 NGOs in Nigeria alone. And charity has evolved from just being given to individual people. Now we have structures such as the CSR that companies do most times. Noticing and understanding the situation of charity in Nigeria today, do you think it is important for people to be charitable?
Basically, very important. Because, like, before I go into that importance of charity, again, charity is that act that gives you self-satisfaction. Now, looking at whatever is happening right now in the world, the pandemic and all, charity should be the in thing happening right now. Because the benefit of charity is to help others in need, bring more meaning to life. Now, charity does not stop there. It promotes generosity in the society and the world at large. Charity helps you to realize every bit of kindness as the needs to how people can understand that they can have a beautiful life afterwards in the midst of a lot of crisis, in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of the society we live into. Society that is filled with resentment, society that is filled with hate, society that is filled with unexpected things. Now, charity brings hope. Charity brings life. Basically, the benefits are numerous. You're a charitable person. We have a lot of NGOs. Some NGOs are just into health. Some NGOs are just into providing food. Some NGOs are into providing food and services skills. Some NGOs are into teaching, giving people skills, startup capitals. Like some NGOs are just purely into widows. Like some NGOs are into sickle cell. Some NGOs are all round. And now these are charitable acts that keep people going. The government cannot be everywhere. The government cannot do these things all by themselves. That is why the charity organizations that are called the non-government organizations go out of their way to do all those things to
Exactly.
make sure that people keep going. Because I tell you, people die every day. People die of hunger every day. Some people wake up from Monday to Friday, they wear the same clothes. They don't even, they are thinking, they don't even have soap, detergent, they don't even have money to feed themselves. So they're not even talking about detergent. And also, you see, this is where charity comes in. And this is the importance of charity. Now, someone wants a surgery, someone is due for a surgery, and then your husband is poor, you don't have nothing, your family cannot do nothing. And then you know about charity, a charity organization that is just focused on health and all. You run to them and they come, they see your problem, they see that you need this help, and this help is given to you. And now these are all the importance of charity in the society. It's a way to reach out to millions of people with disabilities and problems.
I think from what you're saying now, basically, is we cannot. I don't think we can imagine a society
Without charity.
Without charity.
No.
And this dates back. You were giving some scriptures earlier on from the Bible, and that means that charity dates back way before.
It's in the Bible.
Thousands
It's in the
of
Bible.
years.
And it's after God's heart.
Yeah.
And God is excited about the act of charity.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
When we come back after this short break, we are going to be looking at the story of Nancy, a 12-year-old girl who has experienced the horrors of the insurgency in the Northeast. Take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So, we had earlier said that we were going to start with the story of Nancy. But Mrs. Ann, just before we go into that story, I think let's just quickly delve into Let's Talk Charity. What is Let's Talk Charity about?
Let's Talk Charity is actually a vision. It's a passion thing. I just, before now, I started up an NGO, and while on it, I got a revelation at some point. I felt there's need to come up with a program, a charity program, because I looked around and I don't see any. I feel like a lot of people are suffering out there, and that this medium of communication is breached, and sometimes people die of silence. They don't know who to talk with, they don't know how to go about it. And then I felt there's a pressing need to come up with a charity program. Now, this is Let's Talk Charity is one program with a big heart to help to reach out to millions of people. For example, in this show, you tell us your situation. We tell your stories. We give you the assistance we can give on the first instance. Now, before we put your story on the general public, to help. Now, our phone lines, our emails are open on the screen. You can call, and then you send your donations. This is a show that everything is. I thought of it again and again. Like it's something that it's open. There's this transparency. Like you.
We raise funds for
Yes,
people.
you raise funds. Like for instance, I tell your story here, and then a viewer is watching, and the person is moved. Like I want to help this lady, and all. Now the phone lines are there. Our account details are displayed. And then we also have our emails. If you want to send emails, like I want to help this person. Now you're sending a certain amount of money and all. So what we do is we will put all this together to solve that problem. And when we solve that problem, on our next episode, the person who has this problem comes to the show. And then the person says, I have been able to solve my problem because of this show. Thank you to everyone who supported and donated. And now the person says how much he or she got to solve the problem. Now, a lot of people who send their donations, we can call you by names here in the studio to say, thank you, Mr. A, thank you, Mr. B, because we are very transparent. And we're open to the general public. So we call A or B, except you send us an email and say, I want to assist, I want to be anonymous. And then we can still come to the show and say, there is an anonymous person that sent us 1 naira. The person don't want to be mentioned. Everything is there. And then the person who has this problem come to the show. Basically, that is the idea for this show. Now, you and I cannot be everywhere at the same time.
Exactly.
Now, a viewer out there will know that there's someone with a problem. Write us, call us, send us a mail, and we will respond. But get it that before we throw your problem to the public, we give you the first-hand help, and then we speak to the general public to take it up from there. Basically, that is why Let's Talk Charity is created.
I think this is a very original concept that we're seeing here today, because we have a lot of reality TV shows that people continuously crowd towards. And having this, I feel it's almost a novel idea for TV to be able to put real life stories of people out there, put their stories on platforms so that they can reach this aid. So is there like a specific category or criteria for the kind of people that we are bringing on this show?
Now, people have problems every day.
Yeah.
They can solve. Now, the people we look out for here, I mean, it's the general public. Like, you have a disability problem, natural causes, natural disaster, your house is burnt, it's caught fire, the war in Kaduna, for instance, they are homeless. We've been there.
Yes, we have.
And they are homeless, things like that. You have a small business, you're struggling to grow it. Your husband's passed and they've taken everything from you. You need to start all over again. You need school fees for your children. You just need to be a great mother to your children.
Yes.
You just need to create a platform. You need to start all over again. You're emotionally depressed. You need counseling. You want someone to speak with you. You're confused. A lot of people want to commit suicide. A lot of people don't know who to talk to. These days, I tell you, people go to tell their problems to pastors in the church. And then as soon as you leave, the pastor goes to the pulpit to say, the other day, that is how Sister Janet came. And Sister Janet now say her leg is big, her mouth is big. What's that? Now, you are supposed to be a pastor. You have not solved the problem. Now, people are skeptical. They rather want to die in silence. Let's Talk Charity is an avenue for such people. We're open for counseling. We're open to any form of help as long as we look into the situation and it's genuine enough for us to help.
Okay, I think that aspect is where viewers would really want to know that there's actually a process to cross-checking to ensure, because there are a lot of fraudulent stories that can come from this. So there's a process to cross-checking these stories.
Definitely, because when you send us a mail or you call us that you have a problem, it's either you come to the office for us to see you, and then we have M&E people who will follow you to go and check that what you're telling us is true, and then we will give you the first-hand aid. And then if it's something that we cannot handle at our level, we tell the story, we solicit for funds, and then people donate. And when you get these donations, you come back here to say thank you to the general public. And then you spread the news. It's just an avenue in contributing to the society, the world we live today. It's just a part of us reaching out and contributing to the world.
Well, there we have it. We have why we're doing Let's Talk Charity and who it is targeted at. If you are watching this and you have someone that is definitely in need and fits into the category of someone that needs help on this show, please contact us. Our phone lines are going to be shown at the bottom of the screen. Before that, let's quickly take a look at the story of Nancy, a 12-year-old girl who, like millions of children out there, has experienced the evil, bad side of the insurgency. She lives in an IDP camp here in Abuja. Let's watch.
My name is Nancy John. I am a survivor. I'm from Borno State. Boko Haram many people that they kill. Now I am in IDP camp because of Boko Haram. This is Kara is very at age, but Kara does not like the I love going to school because when I grow up I want to become a teacher. But coronavirus has stopped us from going to school.
John daga IDP company daga Borno ne muka fito muka zo nan mu ne aka kore mu daga kauyenmu. To ni ina gode muku yanda kuke koyar mana da yara a cikin wannan lesson da kuke yi. Gaskiya ina farin ciki tana samu karatu ta yi kokari kuma tana taya ni abubuwa sauran aikin da ina so in yi tana yi min. Kuma ina farin ciki yanda kuke yi kuna bi da yara kuke koyar musu din ina jin daɗi. Allah ne zai fitar muku da gajiya, Allah ne zai saka muku da alheri. Na gode.
I would like to go back to school. Without going back to school, I will not be a teacher, so I would like to go back to school.
Nancy is just one of millions of young girls out there who is experiencing a war they know nothing about. Mrs. Anne, you just finished watching this real life story of a 12-year-old girl. How does this make you feel?
See, I'm just trying to force myself to smile right now, but I'm speechless. This is really, really bad for a child like that knows nothing. She's just born into a world where she just experienced crisis, and then she's being moved from one location to the other, and education is denied, it's taken from her. So I feel that Let's Talk Charity is just the right platform. It's just the right platform to tell stories like this and get them aids. This is just my
It's
candid,
heartbreaking.
you know.
It's heartbreaking. And when we look at Nancy's story, we see that she wants to become a teacher.
Yeah, she's very
So,
passionate
yes.
about what, and she's very focused, and she knows what she wants.
So despite the fact that this is happening to her, she still has a dream for a better future.
She still has the vision and the passion.
Now, these are the kind of stories we're going to be telling on Let's Talk Charity. Emma,
Definitely.
what do you think putting stories like this on our platform, how do you think that is going to impact young girls like Nancy?
Definitely, it's just going to impact and give aid. And this is one of the reasons why this Let's Talk Charity is baited for people like this that don't have who to talk to, people like this that don't know who to cry to, people like this that don't even have the hope to actualize their dreams. So Let's Talk Charity is baited. And like, I just go a step further by saying that Nancy wants to go to school. And for Let's Talk Charity, as soon as schools resume back in section, we will take Nancy back to school.
Wow.
And we will bring her here to the studio to say that she has started school. And we will keep updating you on her progress. We'll keep updating all our viewers on the progress of Nancy until she gets to the stage of her being a teacher, maybe the NCE section, to make her a teacher to actualize her dream. Basically, this is the purpose and the platform for this. And for these stories we tell, it goes a long way to help these young people. And for you, the viewers, knowing where to channel your energy of helping people too.
That was amazing, Ma. So what effect do we hope that sharing these kind of stories will have on the general public when they hear this? What do you hope that them hearing these stories will do to the general public?
Okay, one, let's say that Nigeria is a beautiful place with beautiful people. I give you an example. When I was pregnant for my first son, I was coming back from work, and then it was during Obasanjo regime, and then my fuel got finished, because usually I'm a very stubborn person. I drive, and when they say we go for antenatal and they say do exercise, me I just laugh because I drive myself. So when I got to somewhere before the NNPC, there was fuel scarcity. My car stopped. I know that it is fuel because that car I was using, that particular make of Mercedes, when the fuel is below half tank, on its own, it will go off. So I knew it was fuel. And because I didn't buy fuel because there was fuel scarcity, they queue so much and all, I came down from the car and my tummy was very long. Someone walked to me, another person walked to me, Ma, do you have a problem? I said, can't you see I have a problem? There's no fuel here. And then the other man said that I have a rubber in my car. I'm telling you, Nigerians are very nice.
Wow.
So the man went to the filling station. I don't know how he managed. They got for me. I was just like, oh, thank you. I did not say yet because I was already very restless with my condition that my car shouldn't stop. And then one man now said, please give me your address and everything. I'll bring your car home to you. Before I was trying to give for them to drop me, the fuel came and they added the fuel. Now, why I digressed a little bit is because Nigerians have very good people. You see that you enter this long vehicle, somebody will stand up for an elderly person to sit, even in the train, the train that goes to Kaduna. Now, I'm talking about this because this program will, like, we started this whole thing now. There are lots of well-meaning Nigerians out there who want to help, who genuinely want to help, who genuinely they are moved when you tell stories like this, and they see the sincerity, and they see the genuineness, they see the passion. Nancy wants to be a teacher. It's not every child that wants to be a teacher. Some children will tell you, I want to be doctor, I want to be this, I want to be that. Sometimes there are some dreams that if it's not the grace of God, you cannot actualize. Well, there is nothing that is impossible. But as me, I'm sitting here, I cannot tell you that I want to be a soldier, or because it will not work. I cannot be able to do all those training. Number one, I'm not tall, and I cannot do all those training. Number two, the trainings are vigorous. So now someone is watching Nancy's story right now, and you genuinely want to help. Looking at what she has been through, looking at the nightmares, the attack, the whole Boko Haram thing, you want to help. This is a platform. What we wish and hope that this program sells out is people connecting to these stories and helping.
Connecting to these stories and helping.
Connecting, helping, while we also help, and then they also help. And then together, we're making it happen. Because alone, as a team, we cannot do it. We need them, we need each other's support to make it work. That is the reason the stories are being told. Yeah.
I'm always saying this, that when you're always speaking, you always speak with so much passion. So there we have it, viewers. We have broken down what Let's Talk Charity is about, what you should be expecting in subsequent episodes, and also the kinds of stories that we're looking out for. So if you know people that fill into this category, contact us. Our email address is there, or you can call our numbers. Watch out for the next episode. I remain my humble self, Esnet Okunrotipa. Till next time, stay safe.